So today we are working on our estructura, right? And we'll do most of this together as a class. And then remember that tomorrow you'll do this on your own for a quiz. Okay, first section is pretty simple. You're matching the verb in the left-hand column with the appropriate words in the right-hand column, right? So they have something in common here, right? So we got leer. Let's see what we have here. We got el menú, un bocadillo, which is a sandwich, en Madrid, el inglés en la escuela, la orden, una limonada. Okay? So probably leer would go with A, right? You would read the menu. All right, let's do one more together. 2, escribir, the verb to write. To write the menu, sandwich, Madrid, English in school, the order, or una limonada. Probably going to be la orden. Okay, do the same thing. We got to drink, to eat, to live, to learn. Okay, match them up here. Push pause and write those in. Okay. Then we're going to go to B. Okay, our next section here is B. It wants us to write sentences about Alejandra. Okay, it wants us to write sentences about Alejandra using the phrases from activity A, right? So, real quick review. This chapter, we're conjugating ER verbs and also IR verbs. We know that yo is O, tú is as, ella is a. Oops, excuse me. We're doing ER verbs, so E, that's ugly. And usted is E, right? So the only difference between AR verbs is the A's change to E's, right? And then we have nosotros, hemos, and we have ellos, en, and we have ustedes, en, right? And then we talked about the only difference between an IR verb and an ER verb is that the we form is emos for IR verbs, right? So they're the same basically, except the we form is emos, right? So we would do that if we were talking about the verb vivir, right? Anywho, so we're going to take one of these verbs here on the top, and we're going to make a sentence, right? Alejandra is our subject, right? So if we was to use a pronoun for Alejandra, that would be ella. So that means that we would use the e, right? We would use e for the ending of the verb, right? So we would take number 1 would be Alejandra, right? And then we drop the ending of leer, and we write the e there, right? So Alejandra lee el menú. Number 2, Alejandra, all right? And our verb is escribir, right? So if you don't know where I'm getting that, see, so number 2 is escribir. So we made a sentence down here for Alejandra, escribe, and then we said la orden, right? So Alejandra escribe la orden. Okay, so that takes care of B. So you do the same thing for 3, 4, all the way to 6. You'll use Alejandra as the subject, and then you're right after sentence. Just pause and finish 3 through 6. All right, so activity C is the same thing, right? Except that your subject is now los dos amigos, right? So every one of these is going to start off with los dos amigos, okay? And los dos amigos, so the 2 friends, right? And all the way straight down the page, right? And the first sentence should have the verb leer, and the second sentence should be escribe, right? We just write that out again. Los dos amigos lee blank la orden. Oops, excuse me, not la orden. What am I thinking? El menú. Kind of doing this fast. And los dos amigos escribe la orden, the order, right? So if the 2 friends are the subject, right? The 2 friends could be replaced with ellos, right? So our ending is now going to be en. Okay, so los dos amigos leen el menú. The 2 friends read the menu, and the two friends write the order. Los dos amigos escriben la orden. Okay? Push pause and complete 3 through 6. When you're ready, continue. So you should be all the way straight down. Put your verb, fill out the rest. Okay, next page. Like I said, push pause if you need more time. All right, so we're going to go to D, right? D is a little bit of work. It says, so he wants you to answer the following questions in personalmente, just means personally, right? So personalmente. So, ¿dónde vives is where do you live? So if I'm asking you where do you live, how do you know it's asking you? Because of the ending there. Es is the to form, right? So I'm going to write these up here again. So yo is O, tú is es, él, ella is y, nosotros is hemos, and ellos and ustedes is en. Okay, so if I say where do you live, of course you're going to say yo vivo. So if I live in Wink, I would say yo vivo in Wink. Do y'all? It's asking, do y'all? Pay attention on that. So if I ask y'all, where do y'all live? Then you would say we live, right? So we is the subject, nosotros, and that vivir is an IR verb. So we know that the only difference is between that is that the we form is imos. Okay? So, ¿viven ustedes en un apartment? Do y'all live in an apartment? No, sí, or no. Right? So if we said yes, nosotros, sí, yes, nosotros vivimos en un apartamento. Or if you don't, no, nosotros no vivimos en un apartamento. Okay, look at number 3. Kind of going through it kind of quick, right? So, ¿comen ustedes en la cafetería de la escuela? Do y'all eat in the cafeteria? Right? So if I'm asking y'all, then you answer in the we. Okay? So do y'all eat in the cafeteria? Pay attention to that question. Number 4. What do you eat for lunch? What do you eat? So I'm asking you. So when you answer, you should say yo. Okay, so what do you eat? So if I was answering, I would say yo como una hamburguesa, papas fritas, una Coca-Cola, whatever I want to put there. 5. Okay, once again, I'm asking y'all. Do y'all read a lot? Do y'all read a lot? Okay, so then and in English, I'm just telling you. So if I say y'all, right, I know that's incorrect English. Do you, plural, read a lot? Yes, we read a lot. Number 6, in what class do you read a lot? In what class do you read a lot? So you want to say, I read a lot in whatever class. 7, do you write many compositions? Yes, we write, or I write a lot of many compositions. Right? So I'm asking you, so you respond with a yo. Number 8, for what class do y'all, right? Pay attention to the subject. Do y'all write many compositions? For what class do y'all write many compositions? Return and write the question. I write a lot of compositions in this class. Okay? All right, so number 8 would be nosotros escribimos muchas composiciones en la clase de inglés. Why? Because it's English class. All right, good. Push pause if you need more time. So you'll complete 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, if you paid attention to the lesson, I basically walk you through it. All right, let's go to E. E wants you to complete the mini conversation with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Okay, so once again, these are all ER verbs. There's an IR verb. Okay, let's pay attention to the subject here. I'm just going to tell you the subject. Oye, Sandra. So the subject for this first one is going to be tú And the subject for the second blank is yo. Sandra, this subject is tú. The response is yo. Sandra, this is tú. Do you make good grades? Sometimes I make good grades, but not always. There's yo. 4, Sandra and Tomás. This is going to be ustedes. I'm asking y'all. Hey, Sandra and Thomas, do y'all write mini compositions for your English class? Yes, we write a lot. We write many. Nosotros. And that's an IR verb, so pay attention to that. Okay. 5, Sandra and Thomas, do y'all understand the lessons from physics? Right. So number 5 is ustedes, and 6 is, or the blank for that one's going to be nosotros. So whatever's in the parentheses, that's the form that you're going to write it in. Okay. It's much help I can give you. All right. Push pause on that. Okay, activity F, answer according to the illustrations, right? So you have a picture here of these people in a cafe. You know that because the title is En el Café, right? It's using the word I, okay? I means there is or there are. It's not a verb, but it acts like a verb. So if I use the word, if I have a question mark, I means is there or are there? And then I would say there are, and then whatever I need to answer. I could also say yes, there are, right? So number 1 on your paper says, are there few or are there many or few clients in the cafe, right? And looking at the picture there are many, right? So I would say, hay muchos clientes en el café. There are many clients in the cafe. Number 2, hay muchas o pocas mesas en el café. Are there many or few tables? Right? You could say there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's plenty, right? So I would say hay muchas. Oh, no. That's not what it's asking. It says, are there many or few tables open? So the answer is, hay pocas. There are few tables, right? Hay una mesa libre para los clientes que llegan ahora. Are there many tables? Is there a open table? Is there an open table for the clients that arrive now? Right? This word means that. So then you would say, sí, there is an open table, right? So there is one. If you look at the picture, yes, there is one. So then you would say, sí, hay una mesa libre. Sí, hay una mesa libre. And 4, ¿hay un menú en la mesa? Is there a menu on the table? Yes, there is a menu on the table. And 5, ¿hay pizzas en el menú? Yes, there are pizzas on the menu. How would you answer that? Okay, using the examples. So let's do this one here. I'll do number 5 for you. Are there pizzas on the menu? Yes. There are pizzas en el menú. Okay? Great. Okay, so that takes care of the estructura. All right, and you were supposed to push pause after each activity and then catch up. I'll be walking around. Make sure that you're on task completing this. Remember that tomorrow you'll have a test over this.